Welcome to our Monday, May 25th Power Hour meeting with Katelyn, Carly, and
Claire.
COVID AI Claire.
I was telling you, yes. I was telling you that things are cracking a little bit. The weather's going to be nice.
I don't know. That's an inside joke.
Haha.
Haha, funny. Claire's not here today. He was in a trial all day today that got rescheduled. So we'll do it again in July, but just the two of us today.
So sorry.
And now we can escort Claire out of the real video shorts.
Is Claire on right now watching?
Yeah, did Claire go online?
Probably. Oh. Bye, Claire.
Bye. Oh, he looks good there.
He's got to go to court.
Oh, you want to go?
No, I mean like over there beside Brand.
Claire has to go to court. Bye. For all the naughty agents.
Yeah, one of us had to be at trial today. We could have taken turns, but here we are.
Here we are.
How was the weekend? It was not a long weekend. It was just
terrible weather.
Regular weekend. Saturday was really bad.
Really bad Saturday rain,
Our pool is so full. I haven't
Is
seen
it?
that full.
It did not stop.
No, it was like a lot.
Yeah. I think they canceled the Bruno Mars concert for it.
They rescheduled it, I think, Sunday.
Friday or Sunday?
I saw one yesterday. Oh, they already had two? Okay. Cancel Saturday.
Oh, right.
Okay. Yeah, that would have been not fun.
I don't know about that concert location anymore. Even I have one coming up in June there. And
it's free TVZ.
Oh, is it?
It's not bad.
They have to, I guess, because otherwise no one will go because it's a little far, right?
No, it's true. How were open houses? Who ran them? No.
Oh.
Yes, Rochelle. Just a hand.
Yeah.
How was it and where was it? What was it?
Pickering, Bailey, and the
Pickering. Okay, nice.
Condo townhome or condo apartment? Oh, okay.
It wasn't. We visited to get a couple of people.
That's good for condo.
Which address was that one?
1215 Bailey.
Okay, so like the older, not the newer condos, right? Like the older San Francisco by the Bay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
It's actually really nice.
Nice spot.
It's great.
Yeah.
Gorge.
Yeah.
It's actually really great.
Yeah.
The concierge wouldn't let people in those, but I
Have your phone number or something?
someone to come and open people at the bottom and let them in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still way out of pay.
Yeah. No, that's good. Yeah. So I think that's normal for condos to have two people per unit.
Yeah, a lot of people, I think Mo's done a lot of condo open houses. It can be tricky, yeah. You almost need two people, one downstairs, or have like a sign if they let you to put your phone number on there. A lot of them won't let you, but
that's good. Yeah.
It wasn't as busy as I like.
yeah. What was the price point on that one? For a 1+ den or one? Yeah. Isn't that crazy, the prices? Parking?
Pardon?
Was there parking with it?
Yeah, hurry along, girl.
So crazy. Those condos are a great deal right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're selling for that like downtown right now too.
Yeah. I really like it look the beach, by the water, busy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. So who else ran open houses?
Michael Stewart had one this weekend.
Michael Stewart. Was that in the West End, I think? Did he say how it went? Or how many people?
On Saturday, but 3 of those have machine to play.
Okay. Anyone else?
Open house, I had one. Kennedy and Shepherd.
Kennedy Shepherd. Was it bungalow or was it
It's a 2-story home.
2-story house?
It's a large home.
Mhm.
Had 9 people.
9?
Nosy.
9's a lot.
Yeah. It's good.
Did you guys do anything to bring in those 9 people? Like the door knocking and stuff?
Stuff like that. Yeah, the flyers, whoever did answer it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Good. So activities increasing a little bit, I think, right?
Yeah.
It's still cold though. So Korea's still banking on their frozen quarter 1. I don't know. Let's see. Cool. Were you gonna summarize today with Tom's story, or you've seen that one before?
No. I sent you guys Tom's story for the coaching today at 12. I watched him on YouTube this week. He has like 60,000 views on that video. I put it in the WhatsApp group if you guys want to watch it. He goes on YouTube and makes videos on how to buy a house. So they're not actually for real estate agents. They're actually for his clients to watch. He has one on condos, how to sell a house and all that. And I think if you guys are thinking about different ways to, I don't know, just increase your education for your clients, or maybe you're doing consultations and stuff, I think he sends those before a consultation. So if you guys are thinking about it, I would watch that video. And if you're a new agent, actually, too, you went really into depth about how to buy a house. And sometimes there's some steps in there that we may miss. So I think it was a good session or video to watch if you guys have time.
It was good. I also heard him do a shout out for clients that are all over Canada. He made a reference to his referral partners all around. So I know he's got viewers probably all over Canada. So he's making sure that he addresses that as well.
Yeah.
Am I missing out on what's happening around the room
Yeah, what's
here?
going
Or
on?
do we need to be in the loop of what's happening or no? Okay. It's a tiny bit distracting, but whatever.
Shaz,
That's
can
okay.
we save that for like after the meeting? I don't know what it is, but it's a lot.
That's okay. I had a client that went to an open house. I knew that she was going to be going there. So I let her, I said, let me know how it goes.
Yeah.
And then we knew the house might not be a great fit, but it's in the area that she wants. It was in the Guild area. So she went there. And I guess one of the first stairs was like a little wobbly and like not super sturdy or to code. And my girl's a little older. And so she was having some issues getting up the stair. And the listing agent says, well, if you can't even get up the stairs, I wouldn't even bother coming to look at this house because you're not going to be able to like get into the house. And she
Okay, she's doing a little leash, like,
First of all, how do you know it was for me and not the other two ladies that I'm here with? Like, we're in the neighborhood, so she was super off-putting. Turns out she is also the owner of the house. So she's selling her own house. She's running the open house for her own house. She's incredibly rude. And then when they get into the house, she's sitting at the kitchen table, working on her laptop, not engaging with anybody, really not participating. So, I mean, she's really not doing herself a good service to have good energy and good exposure for the house. She's been trying to sell it for 2 years. So that's
But not even just
something
with the
as well.
house. The client commented on the etiquette and behavior of the agent, knows her name, it's on the sign.
She goes, well, she wasn't
now-
friendly like my agent that I know.
Yeah.
Like
word gets around. They're going to tell their friends about how bad it was. So
so it's not
Yeah.
like the client was forcing her to do one. It was her own house. It's not a disgruntled agent that's tired and mad. It's just somebody that's not very nice. So you have to be nice.
be nice.
It's not that hard. It's hard
I
to
think we've
fail,
all
right?
dealt with mean agents, and it's not a nice experience to have that. So
No,
we tell you guys that all the time.
I know. Do you want to keep away with tales from the street, or I can get into stats too? It's kind of up to you.
Let's do, what would you guys? Yeah, let's do some. We had some fun tales this week,
Okay.
actually. Which
Let's
one do you
talk
want to
about
start
them.
with?
I just did the open house one.
Okay. There's one.
Have-
Is anyone in here using Morse Marketing? I know Elio was. Anyone or any of those flyer type of mail outs that you guys were doing for your database? You guys were, right? Did you guys replace it with anything yet? Okay, so there's an agent in the office who is also on Morse Marketing. And what he's doing right now is he's been calling all of his past clients that were receiving them. And he's making it a touch point now because he just want to let them know, like, hey, I'm still in the business, because that could be a sign that if you've been sending stuff for a while and then you stopped doing it, some of your clients may think that you're out of the business now. So what this agent's doing is he's just calling all the clients that would have received it, letting them know, hey, the company actually went down. They're not doing it anymore. So if you're wondering why I'm not. And now he's asking them for their email addresses, and he's going to put them on some email marketing instead of the Morse Marketing. So, because I know that was physical mail outs. So he's taken the opportunity just to like reach out to them, especially, I think this was an older agent, so he wasn't doing email marketing and probably didn't have a lot of their emails in the first place. So now he's just touching base with all of them and just saying, hey, you're not going to get my mail anymore. What's your email? Let me put you on my email list. So if you guys were any of those, like Mo, Chad, if you guys did, make sure maybe you reach out to those people. And Elio, if you guys had people on those mail outs, I would do individual reach outs to those people just to let them know you're still in the business. Otherwise, they may think you're
So I also use their
Yeah.
communication.
clear communications, and you switched over to them. Okay.
Clear
And-
communications.
Okay. That's the other option. You guys could just switch companies, send your database over there. But if you're not thinking about replacing it, then just make sure you reach out to those people.
Yeah, you have to do something. Don't not do anything.
Another tale from the street, which was really unfortunate. We had an agent that lost a listing this week. She's a very strong agent. She's very experienced. She got this this lead off of Facebook or Instagram. I know it's from social media. So she's been building her content for quite a while. She's doing lots of really great videos lately. She has a private Facebook group. So she got a call for someone that wanted her to come over and list their property. And unfortunately, she went in with confidence, thinking that they were only going to be hiring her and interviewing her. And she ended up losing the listing. She actually asked the sellers how come she lost it to another agent. And it was because the other agent had a listing presentation. And I tell you guys this all the time. So just because you know the person, just because you have a relationship with the person, doesn't mean you guys should just go in with the basic CMA. She didn't have anything with her, I think probably just a CMA, and she just went in there very casually, went to give suggestions, and then she ended up losing it because the other agent had a full presentation. They sent a video before the presentation as well, outlining probably more about their team and what they do. So just a friendly reminder, if you guys have not put in more efforts to your presentations, or if you're going on them, make sure you guys are going with, I don't even like to call it the presentation, the consultation. You guys need to have some sort of package. You need to have a buyer's guide or a seller's guide in it. You need to have the contracts, the questions, be able to explain what your marketing strategy is, the pricing strategy, explaining the market, and all that good stuff. So let's not go into these. It's so hard to get a listing appointment. So when you finally get it, it sucks when you don't deliver a performance for it, and then you lose a listing, and then you got to start all over again.
There's no amount of experience, relationship with this person, family, online lead, friend. It's the same process over and over and over.
So just a reminder, if you're going to a past client's house, friends, family, you always have to give a presentation. I've even made it very easy for you. She even realized that we sell those packages now. So if you guys are going on a listing presentation, you don't have time to create the package, they are downstairs with the front desk girls, or Laura has them now. They're $25. They're just a package with a magazine covered seller's guide, the questions to ask, your market stats, the contracts, and you can literally just pick it up downstairs and go. So literally it gives you no excuse to not have a presentation. So if you guys don't have one, it's downstairs.
And you do it for buyers as well.
Yes, we have a buyer's actually the buyer's presentation, you guys are buying more than the seller's presentation.
I tried to buy one last week and it was sold out.
So we have, we're sold out of buyer's packages, but we just received some new ones, I think today actually. So those will be remade. So even if you guys are going to meet with a new buyer, maybe at a showing or coffee shop, whatever it is, we have those already restocked. I actually bought less buyer's packages than sellers. So that's very interesting. That
I think as buyer consults are more important too. Coming back, I think it's an important part of your presentation.
Yeah. So we always talk about a lot of agents will go meet the buyer at the house before you guys do a consultation. You might have a friend say, hey, I want to see this house. And you're like, okay, no problem. See you tomorrow. And that's your presentation. But I think we still need to get on a quick 30-minute phone call before you meet with these people, ask them more questions, get to know what they're looking for, if they're pre-approved, all those deep questions. And then I think there's like maybe a 99% conversion rate if the agent is doing a presentation or consultation before that first showing. Because if you go to the first showing, they're probably calling other agents to do that as well. And they don't see the value of you. So make sure you guys are doing consultations.
Good. I also got a call last week from a seller client that had closed on their property, and she was wondering where the $30,000 we were holding in trust was.
So you know the deposit that you got, the buyers submit?
So you guys know what we do with the deposit when the house closes?
Do you guys know what happens with it?
Right?
Some people don't, and it's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. So we pay your commissions with that deposit first as a listing brokerage, right?
So that's why we ask for 5%. It's because that covers your commission.
Yeah.
Right?
So the client at first was super irate, wondering where her deposit had gone. I had to call her and explain to her that we used it to pay the commissions on both sides with HST. And once I explained it, she understood as well. And I said, your lawyer would have explained that as well in your statement of adjustments too.
Yeah.
But
so she was a little upset, but then when you explained it to her, she's fine. But I think we realized sometimes the agents, you guys don't really understand what's going on with that deposit check or why we're holding it.
I also find like the client is so irate and mad that your brain kind of stops because you're so focused on the client and wanting to make sure that they're okay, and you forget like the logical steps of what it is. So just try not to get caught up in the emotion. There's usually a reason. And
same. I would say the same happens a lot with tenants. If you guys ever represent a landlord and you know how we get first and last month's rent, for the deposit, or that covers 1 month rent for your commission plus HST. So a lot of the time the landlord will receive a check from us that's less than 1 month, and they'll be really upset about it, thinking like, where's this money? And a lot of the time the agents kind of freak out because they're like, I don't know. So just so you guys know, it's 1 month plus HST, so plus 13% goes to you guys. So your checks to the landlord will be less than 1 month. So I would be upfront with them before closing and say, hey guys, just so you know, like your check that you're going to get it includes HST, and then they're not going to be mad about it, but they get more mad if you don't understand it and they think we took money from them. So just make sure you guys are aware of that as well. And if a client asks you on it, because a lot of the time the agent will refer it to like Heather or one of the admin to deal with with the client being all mad, but it is just a quick explanation, and then they understand what you're talking about.
Yeah. And we can
Did it just happen to you? It always happens
Yeah.
once. You'll always have one client question on you, and then from then on, you'll always remember.
And we
it.
can always give them a receipt. So some landlords might be savvy or doing it for accounting purposes. The girls can prepare a proper receipt for you as well that shows what the deposit was, what the commission was, and what the balance was. It's like a statement.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can say, just ask deal admin Heather or Rosanna. She'll prepare a statement for you.
So that's why it's important when you guys are talking about commissions too. At the listing presentation or when you guys are doing the contracts, make sure you guys tell them it's 5% plus HST or it's 1 month rent plus HST, whatever it is, because it is a forgot. I know you guys don't want to tell them because it's just more money and you want to avoid that conversation, but they're going to see it on closing.
That is a service fee, and they should understand that.
Yeah, like it's just, it goes to the government.
Yeah.
It's not ours.
We don't want to charge it either.
Yeah, we don't want to charge it either, but we've seen it. We even had a landlord come to the Ajax office really mad because it didn't cover it, and Laura unfortunately was there, and she obviously doesn't deal with that part of it. So thankfully I was there. I was able to explain it to the landlord. So I don't even think our agent explained it properly because he was really mad. But then when we explain it that way, then they relax a little bit.
Just something to put in your ear as well. I've been seeing a lot of deals extend past their 5-day conditions. So maybe a couple more days, like 2-3 more days. And it's happening a lot. I've seen one where the appraisal didn't come through. So we asked for more time to get a different appraiser, and that helped get the deal through. So you may want to, if it's something unique or you need a little bit more time on the financing part, maybe it's not as cookie cutter, you need some more time, maybe go for 7 days. It's a bit, not unusual, but Ontario is one of the few provinces that is so quick, this 5 days. It's quite common in Western provinces for it to be 10, 15 days for a regular financing and inspection condition. So, I'm not saying to drag on your deals and make them worse than it has to be, but if you feel like you might need a couple more days, do it up front right away. Maybe ask for a whole week for both inspection and financing. Have them line up at the same time too, because you don't want to remember different days, but just an idea. And if you're on the seller side, the listing side, and someone asks you for an extension, you may want to give them that
Give
time.
them the extension.
Time really helps the deals come together and, doesn't force people in situations they don't want to. You don't want to be, nagging them for mutual release. Like, give them the time. The time might really help things, think it through and just come together. So.
I don't think I've seen so many amendments in my entire career that I have now. And I'll see a new agent not want to extend it because I think they're being shady. But I think at least give one extension, especially if it's been on the market for a while. Once you get to 3 extensions on financing, then you're just like, okay, hey, that's enough.
We had one where they were using an Aboriginal program for their mortgage, and they needed we needed 4 or 5 weeks to get this thing done, and we did, but we gave them the time.
But you have to be able to explain why you're taking long. Like there's some agents that don't explain it properly. They'll just say, oh, the mortgage broker needs more time, and you're like, why? And what documents did you not give? Because I don't know. It just helps when you explain why you need the extension.
I think so. Yeah.
But if you guys are on the listing side,
And you better off using the extension and get the appraisal done up.
That's right. Yeah. Why not? Get the appraisal done.
Right?
Yeah. You don't want any surprises later. So it was a good thing that we did that. And I think it did get through because of it.
Yeah.
Are you seeing more conditions lately, or what's?
Up to 1.5, you don't need an appraisal with X.
Yeah,
fair. We don't need an appraisal.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Real lenders always need an appraiser.
Yeah.
So we actually had a client. They bought for 1,475 in Bay Ridges. Appraiser came at 1,410,000. And I spoke to the appraiser. We're like, well, your client is opaque. So instead of I challenged the appraiser, I challenged the agent.
Yeah.
And they were able to drop the price by $60,000.
Oh, they did, eh?
Yeah.
Just to make sure it closed, right? Because you don't want to deal with that later.
And we said, this is exactly.
He's overpaying. Yeah.
Appraiser said, we can't support your client.
Yeah.
And it's rare to have that, no? Right now, not as many people are going too high up, are they?
I'm finding in the new build category where people don't know how to price things and they're brand new, so they're paying a convenience fee, but the appraisals, there's not enough comps to support it. I'm finding that there's a bit of a gap in the appraisal.
No, the client would have paid $60,000 more.
Cash, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oof. Yeah. What were you going to say, Sandy?
I came in one situation, one client, discuss with us.
1.3 million, same client, 2 weeks to offer. We lost because
Somebody put the offer without condition.
Someone went firm.
So that's still happening in the market too.
How many competing? How many offers competing?
3 or 4, yeah. What was the product? Was it like a nice house, 4-bedroom,
Rentable,
rent in it? Okay.
1 or 2 bedroom.
Yeah.
Last week I changed.
Saturday what we lost. If I could connect the dots, 3 offers received. My offer was 1,302,000.
And agent called me something. We just received one more offer. After half an hour, he sent me an email that we sold firm. I asked him, I mean, should have given us a chance. What I understand, my guess, that I think somebody put the $3,000 more. They just wanted to see what is the max offer.
Yeah.
Third offer came 3,000 more, no conditions.
Yeah.
They did not even call me.
They didn't.
They were
try
ready
it.
to go up to another 30,000.
Yeah.
That was our first offer.
I think some people see the firm offer though, and they just get so
It's safe.
excited.
It's like a safe feeling.
Yeah. But you know the risk with a firm offer nowadays is getting your deposit the next day.
Yeah.
So we're seeing that too, where they do firm, they get all excited. Then the
And
next
then
day they're like, crap, that no, it's too much, or I didn't want to go firm, and then you don't get the deposit.
24 hours, we have to change it to 4 hours.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, have it in hand, right? If you have a firm offer,
Yeah.
So even when we're guiding clients too much, the firm offer is not always the best. I have to look at the whole picture. Conditions are not a bad thing, depending on the profile of the person.
Yeah.
But our experience,
Check the buyer's profile as well.
of course, everything. Yeah. Yep. Cool. Okay, should I jump into stats? Do you have any more tales from the street? If you guys have tales too online, let us know. We can share them. I think that's the best learning that you guys get what's happening out there.
Lucy doesn't even talk about her seller, sir. Sell your own home.
Selling your own home.
With selling your own as an agent.
Issue selling your own home as an agent, like in terms of like being biased or insurance reasons or
He is not. Can you speak to the issue?
yeah, I mean like sometimes we say if you are going to sell your own house, not like to let an agent represent you because your RICO insurance won't apply if you sell your own house and something happens. Otherwise there might be an emotional bias factor selling your own house. I think we've seen that a lot, right? Someone that's putting a price on something that's their own. Is that a little bit of what she's looking for though, or
Be nice at the open house.
yeah, like,
Be nice at the open house.
If you're gonna you run your own open house,
Yeah.
it better be nice.
That's true, right, Nelson? If you sell your own house, you're not covered by insurance, right? So if you got, even if, like I know when Paige was selling her house, she just put our names on it. We kind of helped her out a little bit, but we did it for insurance purposes. So you guys can do that. I
will
know Alex
say-
has been trying to sell his own, so. You're
It's
close,
close,
exactly.
yeah.
So you can put your name on there. It's just if
Yeah.
something bad happens, then.
This is only personal. This is probably not like factual information, but of the deals I've seen of people buying or selling where an agent is their own, like Seneca, you've done a couple where it was like one of the worst deals you've done to try to get together because
Oh, when you're selling.
this is
yeah.
when an agent's not experienced and they have a license, right? So it's different than being a productive agent who knows what you're doing. But if you have a license selling your own house, negotiating with those types of people is really challenging.
It's like a part-time person.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
right. They think their price is less. They think they just don't know. So that's just a hard person to deal with. But that's a different question than what Lucy's asking. Yeah.
Sometimes agent become agent only to sell gas.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So that's
that's
how we're.
Yeah, it's like 50% of the people.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And I see many listings as in the market for days and
Months.
Yeah.
Months and months.
Yeah, exactly. Well, 5 months to be exact.
Yeah.
and they don't want to compromise on the ego even, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's the hard part is the emotional part when you're selling your own.
they spoil the market as well.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's opportunity out there for everybody too. So that's who you have to deal with, right, as agents. So it's not easy. We'll jump into stats and considering that. So as of today, there are currently 27,443 listings.
Big jump.
So that is up from 26,100 2 weeks ago. So it is increasing a little bit every week. It has been for the entire year, right? So it's not surprising. Of those 27,000, 11,583 of those are condos, 15,000 of those are freehold. So that's exactly the same ratio that's been carrying on all year as well. Of the 27,000, 8,700 of those are vacant. So that's like 32% of the active listings right now are sitting vacant. And we're in May now. So if you calculated from our January all the way now what's sitting vacant, there's some vacant home tax going on here, right? It's going to come into place soon. Of those 8,700, 45 or 4,600 of those are condos. So condos represent about 40% of the vacant properties, which makes sense. And then about 4168, so 26% of those are freehold. So that means just more condos are sitting vacant. Alex, yeah.
Leeway is sell the property.
I believe there is an exception that says your house is on the market and you show proof that you've been actively trying to sell it. There is also exceptions, I believe, with like estate sales and renovation properties, those kind of things too. So there's a list of
Like
exceptions.
estate sales, yeah.
I think where they hope to make their money though is on the people that just don't submit the form either way. Not it's vacant or not. It's just they're trying to bank on the people that are missed the deadline. In terms of sales, so this time 2025, we were sitting at about 4534 units. And today we are at 4766, which means we are up 5%. So that's nice. That's a little light. Is that the first time we've seen positive? Yes.
This is
Negative
the first time
one.
I've seen
Okay, a little bit in April too.
okay.
So. But of those 4,700 sales, 1,500 of those were condos. So just about 2% of those were condos. The rest were freeholds. So 3,200 were freehold houses. And then of those sales, so the ones that sold for over asking, so 101% or more over asking, 968 units. So that's about 20% of those total sales sold for over asking. 12% of those were condos and 24% of those were freehold. Meaning if you were to try a less low pricing strategy, about 24% of the time it will work for freeholds, and still about 12% of the time it works for condos.
A tiny little strategy.
It's not zero, it's just a pricing strategy, right? You have to pick something. And I've seen it work the other way around, where typically we used to say plan A, do your list low first, wait a weekend, then convert it. I'm seeing some people list at what they want, still don't get it, and then revert back as a plan B to list low. What are you guys seeing in the market for pricing? Are you seeing multiple offers come back? We already talked about some people are doing firm and multiples, so we know that's happening.
Was it listed low, Sandeep? Or was it listed close to what they wanted?
So they generated multiple just from that.
We're seeing that in Scarborough, actually. If you list maybe like slightly below, like 5,000 below what it's worth, you might end up getting a multiple offer situation. But the list really low, it's hit or miss, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. In terms of daily sales, we are sitting at about 199 sales per day, which is about what we want to be. It's not perfect. It's definitely more than what we've seen before, which is trending around 193, 182. So we're definitely increasing for sales per day for the year, which is good. And based on that prediction, we are predicting that we'll end the month at about 6156, which would represent a decent month in real estate. So not the best, but not the worst either. Right now we're sitting at about 4.5 months of inventory. Condos represent about 5.9 of that, with freeholds about 3.8. So definitely a lot more condos sitting on the market than freeholds, which we're not surprised about. It's been the trend all year. In terms of April, like year to date, April 24th to the same, comparing it May, we're about 3% up. So it just means that May is trending a little bit better than April, which makes sense. So what, 3% better. Though the interesting thing is condos are about 5% down month to date versus freehold are 8% up. So freehold is really carrying the weight of all the increased sales. We'll talk more a little bit too about all the inventory coming out for condos, but it's going to be a direct impact to the number of sales for resale as well. Leases is a totally different story. Leases, there are 17,226 active lease listings available today. 9,600 of those are condos, with 7,500 of those being freehold. Vacant leases is about 8,700 vacant leases. So that's about 51% of the available leases are sitting there vacant right now.
So you consider the basements as well in that one?
Basements, yeah.
Yep. As long as it's vacant. They use a category in ROM. Yes, vacant. So condos represent 48% of that, where freeholds are representing 54% of that. So that's interesting because compared to vacant sales, condos is dominating, but actually vacant freeholds is dominating leases, which tells me that maybe our pricing is still too high on the freehold side. What else would cause that? I think just pricing for freeholds. And maybe people that couldn't sell are trying to lease it and they're not leasing it for what they could.
They can't sell it for what they want, and they can't lease it for what they want.
Correct.
So they're struggling a little bit.
Yeah. In terms of total leases made 2025, we were about 7,900, and today we're about 7,800. So it's about minus 1% for number of leases. So it's slowed down a tiny little bit. In terms of April 24th compared to May 24th, we're also 11% down. Almost even on condos and freehold sides. So both down about 10% on both sides. which makes sense because April was a pretty heavy lease month. I know as a brokerage, we've done about 100 leases so far. May, which sounds like a lot, but compared to April, it was about 150. So it has gone down a tiny bit for lease transactions. Yeah. That makes sense for what you guys are reading and seeing. Next week, we'll have full May results as well, right? So that
Yeah.
should still be a bit positive. I think we're going to see a continued trend of sales coming up, prices coming down. Yeah.
I think we need some positivity in this.
That was a bit positive.
That was
it's a good
positive.
thing. We're up 5%.
Up 5%.
So that is really good. So what is driving the market? I'm reading, I don't know, like where they're getting their stats from, but I am reading that American buyers are looking at Ontario cottages as a place to come and use their US dollar. So it says that they're increasingly looking at places like Kawartha Lakes and Muskoka. Apparently, interest picked up after the latest election, political unrest, and growing U.S. instability. A strong U.S. dollar. People want to come here and use that, and they can because it's outside the urban area. Lower price cottages may still see price declines. Meanwhile, luxury properties, $3 million and up, are still holding quite strong. So that's another example of, people that have got money already can extend money further into luxury and recreational properties.
Recreational.
Well, I think they are still buying recreational, especially from the U.S. I'm also reading, let me find my article because I didn't have that one lined up, but I like to piggyback on the topics. I'm reading that some younger people are deciding to buy cottages instead of condos or freehold around town.
Doing cottages instead of condo, or they're renting condos and then buying.
So they're renting their property here in the city and they're opting to go buy cottages because the thinking is that they can get rental income from the cottage while they're living in the city working, and then they can go enjoy the cottage themselves when they want to. So that's interesting. So I think the landscape of real estate in general is changing. And I've got another article about baby boomers and wanting to support their kids. But before it used to be help your kid buy a condo, like that condo will turn into a freehold or into a townhouse, it will turn into a detached 2-story. And now that trend is not happening anymore because it's cheaper to rent. We know it is cheaper to rent, especially in the city right now. So they're looking for other opportunities to help their kids get well, but it's not that traditional path it used to be. It could be the kid, like I said, renting in downtown Toronto, buying a little cottage, could be a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom cottage that they go and enjoy on the weekends, right? And they're looking for lifestyle as well. So especially with the coming back to work in the city, people are coming back from suburban rural areas. They have to work in the city, but they don't want to live in the city the whole weekend. They want to go back out to their cottage. So I don't know if you're seeing that with your clients or not. I'm seeing some of my millennial clients buy cottages as a secondary property from their condo. So they might already own a condo, but instead of going to like Leslieville or somewhere in the city, they're opting to go out to buy a cottage.
There's so many different things. We're seeing a lot of young couples selling their first-time home right now. And then their parents are selling their long-time home, and then they're moving into a big home together, and the parents are moving into the basement, and the kids with their kids are upstairs, or they're moving back into their parents' house, and the parents are moving into their basements, and the kids are coming there with their children. I've seen that actually quite a few times last year with our own clientele. I don't know if you guys are seeing that, but
yeah, so lots of different.
And these aren't like traditional families that would probably do that ever, but
no. Yeah, so a study was saying that Canadians aged 18 to 34, 54% of those people are thinking about buying a cottage instead of a house instead. So
I have another article on that topic.
Oh, interesting.
Alternatively, most Canadians, I don't know what age group, but they're saying most Canadians are skipping a wedding now to buy a home. Yeah, so a lot of the average wedding's about $45,000 right now before rings or a honeymoon. So what a lot of people are saying is 86% said they would consider requesting a down payment contribution as a gift rather than having a wedding altogether. They're like, hey, we're not getting married. We're not going to throw a wedding. We're not going to throw a big party. But if you want to, I guess, give us a fundraiser to buy a home, then they're opting for that. So it's I don't know if that's going to be more common now, but yeah, 57% they said they would prefer a down payment contribution over wedding gifts. So. Interesting.
Adam said it here.
What's that?
Adam said it here.
What did they?
Yeah, is Adam on there actually? Poor Adam's getting married in like a couple of months, and we'll see. But yeah, that's an interesting one. And I am actually seeing people buying a home before they get married, and like in my age group, if they're not married yet, they're actually having babies and buying houses. And then as they get more established, maybe in their 40s, then they'll have the wedding later on. But most people are skipping the wedding before the house, so it's opposite.
makes sense.
It does make sense.
Yeah. Especially with the
Yeah.
divorce rate too.
Yeah.
It's like 60% now too. So
Yeah,
like,
I don't even know if they're going to City Hall or saving completely. They're just going straight for real estate.
Doesn't cost that much.
Yeah.
right? Just
Yeah.
go here, go to
Go get that paper.
yeah.
Yeah.
To the restaurant, have a meal, and
Yeah.
save your money.
Exactly.
it's true.
It's
It's too late for us.
too late for you guys.
We could only go back in time. We were really desperate for our party after COVID lockdown. So it was, yeah, different when you're a real estate agent getting married. This article says boomers, you can dial down the urgency on the Get My Kids a Home project. So it's kind of the same thing. It's just not this cookie cutter sort of path anymore. And they're suggesting maybe helping out the kids with their down payments, with their TFSA, like maybe give them some savings programs now until they can afford to buy. But it may not be them buying a condo right away. Maybe it's helping them build up their stocks until they can afford the down payment a little bit as well. So it's just the world's changing a little bit, and nothing wrong with that.
It'll be interesting to see what all your kids all end up doing, actually. Like your kids, like everyone's kids.
They're not leaving the house.
They're staying at home. Exactly. You and Sue, you'll be in the basement, actually. They'll be raising their families upstairs.
Yeah, no, that's not good. But so I did some math too with Claude today. So if parents are trying to help their kids, because I don't want, people are going to feel stuck if they're not going to be able to help them buy a house. But yeah, I did some math. I used a purchase price of $650,000. So let's say, your kid wants to buy something, $650,000, they need 20%. So they need $130,000. So Claude, this is all Claude. I asked AI, if I was a parent of this kid, like what should I do to help my kid? So it said, step 1, max out your FHSA first. That's the best tool available. So that will max you an annual limit of $8,000 with a lifetime maximum of $40,000. So they're saying contribute $8,000 a year. It takes 5 years to max out. You'll gain capital if you invest it. So you gain all the benefits of that. It says open the account as soon as possible. Carry forward room only begins accumulating after you open the account. So that's first step. Step 2 was the home buyers plan. Lets first-time buyers withdraw money from their RRSP tax-free, with the limit now at $60,000 per person. So that increased from $34,000, as long as the funds are repaid within 15 years. So you have to repay this one back within 15 years. But the target is also get an entire $60,000 in there. Combining both will get you there. So then they talk a little bit about the tax rebates as well. But it says recommended order, open an I can't even say this properly, FHSA today and start accumulating room. Because like I said, it only starts accumulating once you open the account. Max it out each year, then build your RRSP for the HBP portion. Then it's saying not a financial advisor, so it's worth talking to someone to tailor this to your income and timeline. But basically between 5 years, we'll get you to $100K, and then you just have to find the extra $30,000. So that's a 5-year plan if you're trying to help your kids or if you're trying to save for yourself. So if you can't buy right now, stock market is not a bad place to be as well.
I like
So
the
that's
stock market.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. So even at a dinner party we were at on the weekend talking to people in their 50s, even their motivation for owning a home has decreased. So in this particular situation, they maxed out all their retirement plans. They bought a boat, sold their houses, found a rental property in Whitby, and they're going to go sail around the world.
I'm seeing that a lot, actually, even in the people in their 40s that did invest and bought investment properties. They're now wanting to simplify their lives. I don't know if this is the new trend, but a lot of people are trying to simplify their lives and get rid of rental properties. They don't want to deal with tenants anymore. They don't want to deal with the stress of if they're going to make money or lose money. So we are seeing a lot of people just offloading their investment, which we're seeing in the market. There are lots of vacant properties being offloaded just to simplify life a little bit.
Yeah. So I mean, it sounds
and put it in the stock market. So they're just putting their money in other places.
And that's just the trend today, right? Like stocks always has up and down too. Real estate is always up and down too. So this is just what's happening today. So it doesn't sound like great news for real estate agents because everybody's renting, but this is not going to be forever. At some point, the market is going to turn around, especially when we talk about all the starting houses and how we've essentially built nothing this entire year. And that's going to come to fruition 2029 too, right? So the message is kind of hang in there for now because you're still going to have clients to serve. And we're going to bug you guys again about making sure that you have CRMs for these people that are renting, that have decided to rent instead of buy. That's a temporary decision for them. They're not going to, these people that are sailing around the world might come back in 10 years and want to buy a house. So you have to be available for them and keep nurturing them, right? So it's important for that. But this is not permanent. This is not our sort of market forever. Yeah. So yeah, developers are sitting on a record Toronto condo inventory saying combining units is not viable. So there is some sort of opinion that was trying to see if people could combine layouts to make bigger units. But even that was not viable because all the plumbing stacks and everything are kind of done already. So it was really hard to take 2 units and mesh them together and make a bigger one because it essentially felt like 2 units. Like it didn't feel like one cohesive unit.
Just put a door in between.
So that's a struggle as well. But yeah, there was 42,
That's what I would do.
almost 4,300 new condos completed and unsold in the first quarter of this year in Toronto alone. It's 4,300 units that were finished. They're ready to do something with. There are still 92 months of completed new condo supply inventory on the market. That's insane. It's a lot of inventory, right? So we know there's no new starts, but a lot of speculation is saying that in 2028, 2029, 2030, the demand is going to come back and now those units will get absorbed. And some investors have positive outlook on the market because as a Montreal real estate firm, they've already invested $30 million in one entire building in Toronto. So they have not disclosed what the building is yet, but apparently it's very close to the university. So it says steps from Toronto Metropolitan University, docking distance to transit, shopping, recreation. So they are targeting high quality buildings by established developers with no shoebox condos and at least 30 units available per transaction. So they've invested $30 million first. They plan to invest in another $500 million in buying heavily discounted condo units. And their intention is that they're going to keep them. They're going to use the rental income to drive down the debt over years. And when the market comes back, they're predicting 2028 to 2030 is when they're going to start to sell these units for a profit. So they're going to use the rental to overcome the debt, and they're banking on the market coming back in that amount of time, and they're going to sell them. So that these people have done a lot of research. So we could do all our own research on articles and all we want, but these people have invested millions of dollars into this, and it's a sign of what's to come in the market later.
They're saying 2 more years.
2 more years.
It's not very long. 2028 to 2030. Like that's not that long from now. That they're going to start selling them. Yeah.
You're going to get HST credit as well.
Correct.
Okay.
So their motivation was that the temporary HST rebate on the new construction is a key trigger for their
They only have
deal.
12 months till next April to buy these, right?
They've got a 12-month window beginning April 1st to give them 13% savings on purchases, and it creates urgency to complete the transactions within the year. So that was part of their trigger to get going. Yeah. Alex, do you have a question or no? I thought you had your hand up.
No, it's like they're just creating their own market anyway.
Yeah, literally.
Correct. I mean, there is maybe say that, the developers are getting the bailout now, but this isn't the government bailing them out. This is a private equity firm. They've got offices all over the world. They have other real estate projects. They have hotels. I looked at their website. They have huge portfolio of stuff. It's a huge conglomerate business. So I think they will see. I mean, they're banking on the market picking up in a couple of years. Somebody's going to need to live in these condos.
2029 is the year
2028 to
for
2030.
condos.
Yeah. I mean, somebody will need to and want to live in these condos. I mean, I don't know. There's such a bad rep with condos too. I get it that they're small and they're cookie
Are they
cutter,
making
blah, blah,
them
blah.
like bigger?
But they're not all terrible. I lived in a condo for 12 years. I had to. I didn't have a choice. It was my budget. I wanted to live in downtown. That was where we went. But I mean, some of the generation today, they don't want to go straight into the 2-story house, and that's okay. That's what they want to do. But
We get the bulk discount prices per sale.
you have to have $30 million.
30 million.
Hey, there's nothing stopping any of you from coming together and doing the same things.
It's true.
It's just money, right? You could do it in the resale market. You can do it in the free construction market.
Alex is not enough.
But there's REITs. You could buy into a REIT that they do this. You can participate in that if you want to as well. This is one example of many, many companies that are going to be doing this. So anyone who's welcome to participate if you have $500 million.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
What?
You trying to make a deal?
Oh, is Claire's going to make the deal? Or is he online?
It's
Okay.
online.
Okay, good. So he can correct all the wrong things I'm saying. All the stuff.
We'll be getting an angry
I'm
email
waiting for
later.
someone to be like, wrong.
Wrong. No.
Incorrect. This is an opinion about our housing. It says Toronto must get out of its own way. So Toronto's really struggling compared to other provinces as well. Like our average development cost for a house is $134,000 compared to Halifax, which is $8,000. Like it's just so crazy. Edmonton is $6,900. The baffling thing is not the cost, because you can kind of justify Toronto cost, it's expensive, we're an urban city, blah, blah, blah. it also takes an average of 25 months to get an approval for the project. So that's the crazy part. You can't wait 24 months to get something going. All the lost money in that time is going to compound and compound.
more and more.
The cost of construction goes up, labor goes up. Inflation is almost 3% today. Like it's going up and up. So in Vancouver, it takes an average of 7 months. Calgary's 4 months takes for an approval. And then in Edmonton, they've pioneered same-day approvals if it meets the municipality requirements. So I think if it meets the cookie-cutter requirements, they're doing same-day approvals.
Wow.
So something's up. Like we got to change it up. So this opinion is saying we got to look at other provinces and see how they're speeding things up. And I think it's because they've got a set of code that they're really meeting. But we haven't met the new housing forecast that we should have. CMHC wanted us to do 430,000. We're at about 300,000 today. So we're not quite there yet. And Toronto and Vancouver are, bringing down the rest of Canada. All over Canada, housing starts are up about 5%. So there's other provinces that are, kind of contributing to that. It just happens to be Vancouver and Toronto is in this weird condo investing crazy bubble that we got ourselves into. And it's going to take a while to get out of that. But we will get out of that eventually. It's a trend like anything else, right? Has anyone sold pre-construction or take advantage of the new HST thing? I still only know of
For that first week,
one.
we were getting a lot of messages, and it's died down a lot.
really died down. We've been trying to participate in some of the seminars that are being hosted by the builders, and we know that it's a sales pitch, but we want to go to get the information from HST. I know Nelson attended one, and he said they're still kind of confused with how
The builders are confused.
Yeah.
There's a lack of clarity. Everything comes back to your lawyer. And
Yeah.
The two governments need to get together as well. Ontario has done something. They're waiting for the federal government. Because the HST is a combination of both.
Yeah.
Just be very, very careful and make sure you take your agreements to a lawyer for review, and the lawyer got understands HST.
Yeah.
Because it's not clear cut.
Yeah.
No.
I think
I
you're
know.
best to just have us go with the flow kind of mindset. Like, don't promise anything. Like, make sure your client is educated and knowing that we don't know.
I know you just did a podcast on it,
The
no?
lawyer and the builder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Miranda's did one, and we shared the reel. And they're kind of confused too, right?
Said we had no idea.
Yeah.
And the lawyer saying you had to go with the flow.
Yeah,
it was
go with the
okay.
flow.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
felt kind of guilty for
No,
saying
I was like, Miranda just posted about it, and I was like, no, you guys just did too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're saying 13% just rebate, right?
Yes. Yeah.
But it's not actually 13%.
I think the
No.
logistics of it doesn't.
And I'm
make
also
sense.
Fourth house is still there.
But I'm also hearing they're going to remove that. I also heard they're going to remove the 24,000. That's a current plan.
when the program's
The
done.
program's done. They'll remove that.
See, there's so much.
I think it's going to be good once they find our house. No costs right now.
Nowhere.
I mean, they only have, what has it been? It's only been a month, I guess.
Yeah,
They
we're
say
saying,
11 months to figure it out, I guess.
I had a client bought a pre-con closing on July 2nd. He's believing he's going to get a 13% off.
Oh,
That's what
no.
the thought.
Uh,
How do you know you're going to no?
yeah. So I wouldn't.
He bought it. Hoping he can.
Did he buy it in April?
He bought it in April, closing on July.
When did they start
2nd.
digging though? Would have been before that.
It's one of the inventory sales.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
It's probably going to have
Hey, and then try to fight for the rebate.
Get the refund at the closing.
Wow. So if he doesn't get that rebate, is he going to be was that the whole purpose of buying it was for the rebate?
He's hoping he's going to get 13% off.
If he doesn't, then
July
what?
2nd, there's a month from now. There's no way he's going to get 13%.
No. Interesting.
But the good news is there's plenty of resale out there.
I was going to say, let's just stick to resale, guys.
There's 20. There's
Lots of resale.
27,000 listings to be exact. In
And
the
they're
GTA
at
area.
a discounted price.
Not a discount.
Let them figure it out.
Not everything
Yeah.
is discount.
Well, you did some great deals. What do
Yeah,
you
what are you
mean?
talking about?
You're Kelly right now. Yeah, of course. Every deal is very complicated.
But you're getting under asking on most of them, no? Didn't you just get someone $300,000 off a place?
Yeah, I mean, I still think resale.
The problem is the sellers will.
Of course.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your negotiation skills are everything right now, right? You gotta really be gutsy right now. Power of sale listing. So I read an article of somebody trending something, but they were talking about 50 units or something. I think they were using maybe one category. So when we track it, I'm using the word bank, but also the word trust and private. And I have all the banks there. Any other word we can think of to come up with some sort of private lending. So I'm tracking about just over 1,000. So 1,118 listings as of today, which is just up from maybe 1,080 2 weeks ago. So it is increasing every week, but it's not like alarming as the media is putting it to be. Like that's out of 27,000 listings. So it is increasing every week. So something to pay attention to. We got a notice today of somebody asking if they can put a property on the market, and the sheriff's letter, the order was sent 2025. The move out date is tomorrow. So that's a little late, where it's too late now. We can't help this client. But my message to you is like, if you had somebody that bought high in, what would you have to buy, 2022 now
2021
to be renewing?
2021.
2021 to be renewing this year, 2026. You may want to reach out to them now, like before it gets too late, because they may be too embarrassed. They may have gotten a letter in the mail. They may know they haven't made payments. They may be too embarrassed to even tell anybody, trying to solve it themselves through credit card debt or through family loans. But it wouldn't hurt to reach out to them, ask them how they're doing, if they need your help, because you don't want to wait too late. There is a chance you can save some of these people if we do it correctly. But once it's, past the minimum amount of orders and it's in the sheriff's hands, it's just nothing we can do about it now. Remember too, if you're selling something, to keep a deposit of at least 5% plus HST, or the full amount of both sides' commissions as well. And we're seeking a good litigation lawyer. I don't have one in my circle. Do you have a good litigation lawyer, Nelson? So I'm going to reach out to the group. Did you like yours though? That's the question.
4 years from the old 40 pounds.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to get a hold of
We need
those.
some.
I need some. I've been having people ask me for litigation lawyers. You got one? So let's get together and have some in our circle, because those people we might need to get these deals to come together as well. I got a call on the weekend from an offer that we were on the buyer side with, and they made an offer. It was 2.5 commission. It was conditional. Turns out that the property's over leveraged. There's not enough funds to cover the commissions or the price. So they asked for a commission reduction. And we said, no, we're cooperating. We did the deal. We've got a BRA. They were not too happy with us, but be prepared to get those questions too. You can stand your own ground, let the other side negotiate if they want to as well. You don't have to, reduce your own commission, but you're going to have those conversations to make the dollars work, to make the math work. So that's the main point.
I had a question actually from a brand new agent. Maybe people here don't know as well, but how to look up power of sale listings.
Like on the parcel?
On REALM.
On REALM? Oh, so REALM, if you search by seller name, it's really the best way to do it. Seller name will be like Bank of Montreal, TD Bank, a trustee of something, a ton of private lenders you won't catch. I can send you a list. It's probably the easiest way for me to give you. It's only over 1,000 listings. If you have a client looking, I can literally send you the list right now. The real question you should be asking is, what is your budget? Where do you want to live? What are your goals?
Why are you looking?
Because I'm only going to be able to show you 1,000 listings, power of sale. But there's a misconception that power of sale is like the stress sale. The bank's going to sell it for whatever they can get it for.
In fact, they're strict.
It's not true. They hang out on MLS with the same exact market value as all the other houses, because they're trying to get their money, if not more. Actually, they might be overpriced in some cases.
Yes.
So
There's no sale on them. They're
no
not
discount, no
discounted.
sale. No, they want.
In
their
fact,
money
a lot
back.
of them are like decrepit too. Like they're not even move-in ready, a lot of them. They're very intimidating. Yeah. Yeah. So if you guys have clients asking for it,
That's right.
exactly.
Tons of liability.
Yeah. So if you have clients asking for it, like let them know it's not
Almost
some
as bad as
special discount.
pre-construction. That might be the next level of like, just stay away. Just go to regular.
Go to pre-sale, regular house.
Yeah, like
some clients maybe investors like as a handyman people or
sure, but same thing.
But they're not. But those guys like discounts.
What's your budget? Where do you
Right?
want to
Like, they
live?
want
I'll show you the whole.
big discount.
Yeah, and they don't.
They're not discounted.
No. So I think it's important for you guys to educate them.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. So like Nelson said, resale is great. Normal, regular houses.
To elaborate a little bit more on Carly's point about the commission and deposit, all that, be also careful if you're representing a buyer and now you get an amendment to send that deposit to the seller's lawyer. Don't agree to it, because if you do that, then
They get the money.
they get the money and you're not getting a penny more. So be very, very careful with any amendments when representing the buyer to submit the deposit.
You want it in the listing, bro.
You want to hold it.
Now I have to agree, you want the brokerage to hold that deposit, not the seller's lawyer, because after that it's
Then you got to fight for it. Yeah.
pretty much done.
Yeah. If you get into the situation, listing side or buyer side, just come to Nelson or I will help you right through
Power
it.
of sales again.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of them from private lenders.
Yes,
So
I am
Yes.
if
too.
you look at,
I agree.
what did you say?
Not like Bank of Montreal or something like that.
25% or 30% are from the big 8 lenders.
Yeah.
The rest are the small guys. And be careful on their schedules, because it clearly says there that any property tax that's owing, the buyer is going to pay that. So we've had an issue as well where somebody was supposed to close back in October And last minute, we found out that it was a $30,000 property tax bill due, and that still hasn't closed. So very, very careful. We make sure that when representing buyers, that you're getting the buyer's lawyer to review those schedules, because that is saying that it will.
Yeah.
Sneaky.
Sneaky.
Fran, do you?
Blocked with the cement, the liquids inside, and you have to break everything. So a lot of things that you need to.
I'm sure a lot of work.
Yeah. Brian, anything that you're...
I have a question.
3 times.
Sorry?
If the bank
Yeah.
doesn't sell power self and they try certain time delay, right?
Yeah.
Is that go back to CMHC and they try less points because they have insurance with the bank?
I don't know if they would get involved in the listing part of it. They'll just go after them at the end.
They just stick to the lender?
Yeah, so they just have to keep trying until they do.
No, they don't just sell it anymore. Like CMHC used to sell all the times.
No.
I believe they leave it up to the lenders.
Yeah.
Lenders are one verifying income, and the other one who just are responsible.
No, but if they couldn't sell it certain time limits, we just have to for a year.
I think CBC used to.
I think they used to maybe, yeah.
Some innovation has started before you work in market.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe now they just go after the insurance part. They're just the insurers.
And they pay to the bank
Yeah.
for the 1 year.
Yeah, nothing that they could do better than what the bank could do on MLS anyways, so. Yeah.
Just for the power sale, I got the issue with like what Nesne said about the taxes.
Yeah.
To be careful with the vacant tax.
Vacant tax,
Yeah.
yes. Because most of the time it is vacant and they have not declared and it will go on the property taxes,
a lot
which
of
the
money.
buyer could be responsible for.
It's come back to me, I didn't notice.
Yeah.
And then the lawyer called me on the tape to close in that their vacant tax. But I got lucky that the other lawyer accept to pay for it.
Oh, how much was it? Was it what?
8,000.
Yeah.
We are not sure land registry though as a no,
No, I don't think so. As a lien? No.
no, it won't.
No. No. But they will know it goes on their property tax.
They'll find it.
So it'll go right on their property tax.
Like the city.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so be very, very careful. Yeah. All those types of properties.
Just scare the crap out of you guys. Were we gonna ask Baran?
Do you want to talk about current mortgage stuff, trends, anything happening?
When's the next announcement? It's coming? I'm not sure either.
No one's like so. I was just excited about it.
So next week?
Oh, the bond yields
Okay.
are down.
Yeah, farm rates are down.
Bond yields are down.
The US is higher, or
Yeah, but Canadian bond yields are down.
Yeah.
Dropping out by this.
Are they predicting up or down next week?
I think it's going to be
Stay the same?
Same.
I hope so. Or yeah, let's not go out.
Yeah. Oh well. Do you have anything?
Just a couple. Okay. Do you want me to go into it? Sure. Which one should we do? I'll let you pick.
You did this one.
Yeah. Okay, so last week I did a training with you guys last week on farming. If you haven't watched it yet, I'm getting a lot of questions on farming. That's why I ended up doing it. But so it's on YouTube now if you guys weren't able to attend it. There's 2 different strategies I did talk about, which is your traditional farming, which I did get a good feedback on. And I know you went to the farming coaching and all that, right? Did you enjoy it? Did you continue with it? It's hard, right? How many months did you do farming for? Like consistent? Yeah. So they were saying here, most agents quit after 6 months, and it's 18 months is the typical time that you have. It's a lot. It is a lot. They're like most of the top agents are doing it. So for those of you guys that have been thinking about farming, they're saying 0 to 3 months is the plant seeding part where you're just kind of getting to know people, whether it's through like direct mail, you're door knocking, doing open houses, community values, all that. 3 to 6 months is the early awareness where people start to recognize you in the community. 6 to 12 months is when you start to build some trust. That's the one where agents typically quit the most. And then they say 18 plus months is when people start to go. So it is a traditional strategy. I do have like what you guys should be doing on there if you want to participate in that type. But what I wanted to talk more about today, not so much on the traditional farming, more so on guerrilla marketing or guerrilla farming, sorry. Have you guys heard of guerrilla farming before? I think Claire's talked about it a lot. So this is basically a different type of farming when you guys have a listing and then you guys end up selling the listing. What a lot of us do is we'll actually sell a property, put the sold sign out, and then we're on to the next, right? And it's kind of a missed opportunity that you guys could be doing for your listings. How many of you guys have sold a listing probably in like the last, say, 2 months? Just one? No one's sold a listing? Heard it. Yeah? Why are you giving me that look? How many of you guys have had a listing and it's sold?
See, no one's put up your head, okay? Just
That's it?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So there's a missed opportunity for people. What a lot of you guys will do is you'll just sell it and then you'll miss it. There's a thing called guerrilla marketing where you can actually take advantage of that sale and try to get another one while your sign is in the lawn and people are recognizing you. You only have about a 7-day, basically a 7-day timeline to do this, but it does work. So typically when you sell a house, usually a neighbor is watching, they're paying attention when a neighbor sells, especially at a good price. Then they're going to start to think about it. Or you may have a listing, you might see like a bin outside of it and you see someone throwing stuff out and it looks like they're getting ready to clear it. You have this weird small window where you can actually take advantage of your listing. It starts off by trying to do marketing of it. So what we're suggesting when you guys put a listing on the market, day one, you guys should be doing a just listed mailer. And we talked about this last week as well. Spotlight, if any of you guys hire Spotlight for your photography, even if you don't hire them for the photography, but you hire them for your marketing, they will actually create you just listed postcards. They'll mail it out for you. They say how many houses do you want to send it to, and they'll do it for you. Sometimes, I was talking about this last week, sometimes we don't have that opportunity to get it printed and all that because usually you do the photos and then you're on the market probably 1 or 2 days after. So if you guys can come up with some sort of template, it's on C21 Marketing Center. You can have the templates already ready. If you have the Canva account, the $65 account, there's also templates on there that you guys can literally do. Go to Staples, get something printed. It could even just be like a black and white little piece of paper. It doesn't have to be anything luxurious, but we should be doing just listed to the 50 closest homes the same day the listing goes live. There should be a social media blast. Even bonus if you guys are paying like $50 for like an advertisement on that listing. Door knock the neighbors, let them know, hey, I have a new listing hitting the market. Do you know anyone looking to move into the area? And then also letting your sphere know. So you guys should be doing all this stuff when you guys get a listing. There's such a process that you guys should be doing to make sure you're getting the word out so you can get another listing. After the house is sold, of course, you want to make sure you've got a sold rider on there, just proving that you had a house listed and you sold it. Then you should be sending out I just sold postcards to 100 homes around the property, including the sale price if you're allowed, how many days on the market, have your face on it, and really just explain the results. Then go door knocking the 20 nearest houses near you, just saying, hey, we sold this property. Are you thinking about selling? And let them know like how it went. Especially if you guys had one that had multiple offers on it, you could say, hey, there was 4 offers, 3 buyers missed out. So I know that there's buyers in your pocket. Are you thinking about selling? We talked about requesting Google reviews right away from the sellers after it firms up. And we talked about why we do it. Do you guys know why we ask you to do a Google review when it firms versus close? Exactly. So if you guys don't have a Google page or somewhere for reviews, as soon as you guys, even with buyers, sellers, you guys should be sending a Google review the day after it firms up, just saying, hey, can you leave me a review for future? Most of your clients will say yes. The reason we do it on firm is because between firm and closing, a lot can happen, right? And then they end up mad and pissed off and nothing bad happens after firm. That's when your clients are the happiest, but a lot can happen. What's that? Yeah, exactly. That's why they can't change the review. That's why you want to do it before closing. And then usually after closing, they're so chaotic with moving and getting cleans and like so many things are happening after closing, packing, and they're not going to do it. So if you do it right after firm, they've already done all the hard work and now it's like an extra couple days that they may have some more time to do it. And then just adding it to your proof deck. So you guys should be doing this anytime you've got a listing. This is what Claire always talks about too, is making sure that you guys are trying to get more listings from that listing. Like you might as well leverage the amount of effort that you just did. So I thought that would be good. So just a reminder when you guys have those properties. It doesn't work as well when you have a buyer, but might as well try it too. You could say, hey, I brought a buyer to this neighborhood. They really liked it. Are you thinking about selling? Or maybe your buyer likes that particular area and you want to go try to find a listing and you can send, and this has happened to us quite a few times actually, where our clients have liked a specific neighborhood, but nothing's coming on the market. So it's a good opportunity for you to send letters out to the neighborhood saying, I have a buyer and a real buyer with a photo of the buyers. And it's actually an opportunity for you to kind of double-ended deal too. So just some ideas of door knocking and farming and all that. That's all I got. Good. Did you want to talk about AI? What time is it?
Yeah, you have to.
Okay, I'm just going to do one AI thing. I know we talk about AI all the time, but Carly just started introducing me to Claude. Are you guys using Claude? You're like, great, another one. I know the boys in the office have been using Claude a lot too, so I've been trying to poke at it. In fact, actually, this whole presentation I did for you guys last week, this entire presentation was made on Claude. I asked it for a 30-minute presentation, and then I asked it to make me make the presentation for me and the Canva account, and then I said put it into C21 colors, and it just made it. So Claude is my new favorite friend as well. Carly's been calling it her third dad. But just to kind of get you guys familiar, so there's ChatGPT, there's Claude, and there's Gemini. And each of them have different uses for different things. So they're saying which AI is best for real estate agents this year. So the AI that's best for writing, so let's just say you're doing long form content, detailed instructions, listing descriptions, buyer emails, newsletters, blogs, social captions. They're saying Claude is the best one for that now. We were using ChatGPT for a while. Apparently Claude has a step up on that. If you're looking for quick tasks and image generation, they're saying ChatGPT shines on this one, which is interesting because I've been using Gemini for images, but they're saying ChatGPT shines for that.
They just launched their new image creating.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Two? Okay. So that one's the new one. The AI that's best for research and Google connected tasks would be Gemini. Because it's deeply integrated with Gmail, Google Calendar, Google Docs, and Google Maps. Carly was teaching me some fun stuff, I think. Was it last week? If you guys notice, if you guys are using your C21 emails, there's like a little star on the corner of it. And you can click that star. And it was certain like little things like if your clients ask you to go do some showings on a certain day, you could put in the Gemini, say, hey, can you put this in my calendar? And it will connect to your calendar. So Gemini will connect a lot with your calendar and other Google tasks and all that too. So if you guys are looking for little fun ways to use that, that would be Gemini. Or they're saying Gmail users, scheduling, organization, research, and agents that live inside the Google workspace, which should be you guys because C21 is fully Google integrated. But they're just saying you don't have to pick one AI. They all have different uses. So play around with them. I like Claude. You said he's more professional.
It's more like business writing, but also like app development and like web page development.
Yeah, I know Usan's been taking it to a whole other level, and I think Mo as well, and I think Alex. Yeah, you guys love Claude right now, right? It's really good for the advanced brains.
Wait, so you think Claude is a he?
He what?
Good call.
Claude doesn't what?
Is a he. Is a
Yeah, Claude's a he, no? In my brain, he's dad. He's
dad.
their dad. He could be mom. You get to name it.
good.
But Claude is a boy in my opinion right now. I might get in trouble for that.
Training this week.
Oh yeah, so training this week, we're having, you guys all know our friend Beta DeLisi. She's a paralegal from Stonegate Legal. She's going to be coming here physically at the Scarborough office on Wednesday at 10 a.m. I know usually we do 11, so I have to remind you it's 10. That was the only time she had because she's got to get to another presentation in the afternoon. But she's going to be doing, I think every agent should do this session every single year, which is listing tenanted properties. I think they had that new rule that came into place as well. I forget what it's called. What's that rule called? 30, 60? Bill 60. So she'll probably talk a lot about that. But Beta's really awesome at the end of any session. Usually we keep her for like an hour after the session because you guys come up with the wildest tenant questions of any sort. So if you guys have never heard Beta, I would recommend coming to that on Wednesday. It is going to be online as well, but because she's coming here, I'd love to see as many people in person as possible. But if you guys have tenant questions, this is your opportunity to get free advice. So otherwise they charge for this type of content. So if you guys want any free advice about your tenant situations, I would come. So yeah, she's been really great.
Speaking of tenants, what are you guys doing with tenants? I just want to share ideas to try to keep them engaged, and this is going to be your future for the next little bit. sessions like this, coming to beta session. But what are you guys doing for tenants to keep them nurtured and engaged? After yeah, let's say you put them in a rental unit. How do you stay in touch with them for the next 5 years, Alex?
Probably download the Hub 21 neighborhood, whatever.
Great, that's awesome. Neighborhood news, put them in. They just get 1 email a month. It may be blank. It has glitches. I don't think it matters. It matters that they see your name every month pop out.
I think it'd be cool, like, if you guys went on like ChatGPT and said, make me like a 12-month email campaign for a tenant to stay in touch with them. And then every month, then you've got a whole separate email campaign for your tenants about buying properties, improving your credit scores, whatever it is. I would actually have ChatGPT create a 12-month and then put it on Hub 21 or whatever CRM you're using, and just have all your tenants in a completely separate CRM or as a tag.
I mail them $10 if they want to get further.
I love
every
that.
year.
That's awesome.
So you're just staying in touch, right?
Great.
And I think even like you should have like their anniversary of their 12-month probably for that first year, and then get in touch with them 3 months before that just to check in and say, hey, how do you like your rental? Do you want to stay there? Are you thinking about moving? And then if they want to move to another rental, you can keep them in touch. Or maybe they're like, hey, I'm thinking about buying. So that would be a good one actually for your first year for sure too. Yeah. What do you?
Just remind them of the rent.
Yep. Good idea.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Because a lot of them don't know. Yeah. What were you going to say, Mo?
Over the weekend, I went through all the tenants.
Yep.
Saw what they currently buy a unit in their own building for.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just sent them a text. Hey, by the way, here's the purchase price. Here's the
Great.
minimum down. Blah blah.
Yeah.
It's like 20 grand. That's all you make.
Yeah.
I love these.
That's a really good idea actually.
And I
So
have 2 leagues out of it.
Yeah,
So,
perfect.
oh, really, that's all I need. And
Yeah.
the mortgage price right now
Yeah.
is like $200 more than the.
yeah.
You really have to show them the math, because right now their brain's focused on the monthly rent. My monthly rent's $2,000. I'm not going to get a mortgage less than that. So if you show them, like, it's not that much
And you know,
more.
like their qualifications, typically you guys are working with really qualified tenants as it is. I don't think a lot of you guys are taking out people that don't have good credits and good jobs like most of you guys do. So it's not a bad idea to say, hey, you lived in this condo, they're selling at this, here's what your down payment would look like.
Yeah.
Do you want to have a coffee or like get on a call?
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
The other idea I wrote down is put them on a market search for places in their building or area. Every time a listing comes up, they'll get an email, like a market watch or property match, what it's called in Realm.
Yeah.
Whether it's in their building, it's a condo that comes up for sale, they get that email every once in a while, or it's maybe other houses in the area, what they're selling for. But that's, again, is just for your name to pop up in their email. They may not ever look at it, but
it's a good idea.
this is really critical to your business. I'm going to talk about it every single meeting probably, because honestly, the next 3 to 5 years, these people are going to be buying houses. Yeah. Once the stock market does its thing and they see what the housing market's going to do, the trend is going to reverse again. So I want you guys all be prepped for that, because they are going to buy. Yeah.
We need some litigation as well.
A little bit, but there's lots of people here today that still will want to buy. But that's going to help the condo market, I think, in the future too. So that has to happen. We were saying the immigration has to pick up for the condo market to recover. That has to happen. Yeah.
But again, you guys are working with qualified people, right? Yeah. For the most part, you're getting high credit scores. Like, you guys aren't working with people that don't have. Yes.
Because
No.
they push the real buyers out.
Of course.
Yeah. Anyone have listings that you want to talk about? Anything online?
Claire, would you like to say anything?
Claire, do you have any final words for us? Oh, okay.
Leave him alone for like 1 day.
Yeah, no, let him have a day off.
Yeah, leave him alone.
He's on right now. He's watching.
Any comments online or anything? We're getting kind of rowdy. Okay, so we're all okay here in person? Okay. Have a good week. No holidays or anything. It's a regular week.
No holidays. We'll see you Wednesday at 10 a.m. bright and early.
And then the next Monday.
And then
have a good week.